little bit of pace for Vaibhav Suryavanshi to work with. He just hits it towards mid-wicket.
Here's another look at the drop chance. He was in no position. Luckily, he didn't get hurt in the end. But the wind is blowing. It's quite windy, so the ball does swirl around. It's not easy a high catch. And to top it off with no position underneath can be very dangerous.
Third match has taken 3 wickets. Clips it. Does Priyansh Arya. Sufyan made to run, takes a tumble. Saves the boundary. Indicating anything, so claims that it's off the bat. But with Vaibhav Suryavanshi, Salman, rather, let's focus on Priyansh Arya first. He gets power from a stable base and still head position. Someone who can judge the short ball pretty well and donk it around. And that's what you need as an opening batter. Read the ball when it's coming to you as quickly as you can.
Always good to pick up the length early so that you're left with plenty of options what to do with the ball. Playing the short ball well is something not always you associate with the subcontinent batters. So this is a top quality if someone possesses that.
He plays with the old adage of stand and deliver. There you go. Prime example of it. Stand and deliver.
On the up. Beautifully square driven. No chance for the fielder in the deep as well. That is the kind of timing he had on that stroke. There was a deep point, but a bit to his left side, and there was no chance for him to get there. Yeah, driven on the up. Planting his foot in the initial movement and then staying there and letting his hands through the ball. This is poor. Jan has to bowl within the stumps. Wide signaled, rightly so.
Yeah, Priyansh Arya, obviously a centurion in the recently concluded IPL. Scored a scintillating century against the Chennai Super Kings of 39 deliveries. So when he gets his eye in, it's very difficult to stop him.
And India need other players to score as well, apart from Suryavanshi or Jitesh. That will add to their confidence as they move forward in the tournament. Driven this time. No chance for the fielder in the ring at mid-off. Bullish length and belted down the ground.
That's the word. Belted down the ground. Hammered it.
Yeah, it was too full for a good batter like him to miss out on this. Jan is just, it seems as if he's pulled up something because he's very lethargic on the way back, struggling to go back in the run-up.
Taken at the second attempt. And he was looking in such good nick. For the third time in a row, Priyansh Arya is out for 10.
Praise from the comms is deadly for the batters. It has just continued to happen. Another casualty. As soon as we praised, he's gone. Priyansh caught at mid-wicket, trying to pull one and helping it straight to the fielder who got it on the second attempt.
Yeah, Muzahir there, clutching onto it with dear life. Shafiq Jan celebrates. Priyansh Arya, 10 again. India A, 17 for 1. And that prompts the arrival of Namandhir once again in his 38th match, a best of 62. The last two matches, he's recorded 34 and 35. Vaibhav Suryavanshi, meanwhile, has already been dropped. We remember against the UAE, the same thing happened. And the case, Salman, is you give him an inch, he'll take a mile.
Although he's looking a bit careful tonight. And this is another view of that pull stroke that ended in the hands of the short mid-wicket fielder. And Jan picking up a wicket. Once again, wonderfully bowled. He's bowling the right channels, good length, and also getting a bit of turn. And that is what is keeping Suryavanshi quiet. He's already had a life.
You're very impressed with Jay Odedra. Even though he gave that boundary away, it wasn't from the meat of the bat. It was hit from the bottom. So clearly has found his spot and is just sticking to it.
Yes, it was a risk taken by the batter. He took his chance. He was lucky that it went over the ring into the gap.
Quit given, but straight to the fielder. Not the delivery you want to bowl when your protection in the deep is on the leg side.
Aman would feel he missed out on an opportunity to hit a boundary. It was short and wide.
Again, we were praising him, and the next delivery was one that was for the batter. Once more, quite wide-ish, but straight to Samesh Srivastava at backward point.
You know, excuse us, we have to comment on the game. You can put up a black mark somewhere on yourselves to save yourself from the commentator's curse. 3 dot balls in a row. All middled, all well timed, but straight to the fielders.
Yeah, it's a little nervy when we talk about the Indian start. When it came to the bowling department, it was a little nervy. When it comes to the batting department also. Perhaps the pressure and the occasion of it being a do-or-die match, you're trying to be a little more careful. The credit has to go to Odedra. A wonderful over, only one off it, 18 for 1.
पहले Men in Blue ने किया एशिया अपने नाम, फिर Women in Blue ने लिखा इतिहास में अपना नाम। इस नवंबर आ रहे हैं Boys in Blue। गेम बदलने। देखिए डीपी वर्ल्ड एशिया कप राइजिंग स्टार्स 14 से 23 नवंबर लाइव सोनी लिव और सोनी स्पोर्ट्स नेटवर्क पर।
Yeah, the stats also back it up. It's a nervy start by India A both times around. Oman during the power play started off really well. India A 18 for 1. Vaibhav Suryavanshi was trying to hit it towards leg and it went towards mid-off.
Clearly, Suryavanshi wants boundaries. There was a clear single to be had over there, so he refused to run. And the fielder had to dive to stop this one. So there was plenty of time to cross over for a single. Suryavanshi believes that if he stays on strike, there are boundaries to be had.
Talk about self-belief.
Sometimes in international cricket, you refuse a run and the opposite happens. So we really hope it doesn't happen on this occasion, but it happens so many a times. You refuse singles and there's a wicket in the coming balls. But let's hope for India's sake and for this brilliant youngster to blossom.
There's a very thin line between confidence and piling on the pressure onto yourself. Short. Not timed well enough. And deep square leg mops things up. This time he does run and takes the single.
I think he's not very fond of running because this one went in the gap. Didn't look to run the first one quickly, ambled across to the non-striker's end, and this is something definitely his seniors or the coaches would definitely tell him. He's too young to have everything under his notice.
You forget that he's still, while he's 14 and clearly he's a prodigy, there is plenty to learn, plenty to work on, plenty to improve, and with time, one hopes that that's the case. Steps out. Boom! And that's shaken the entire room. What a shot by Namandhir.
Brilliant. Absolutely brilliantly struck this. Just stood his ground, just freed his arms. And look at the length of the stroke. It goes way back, halfway up the seats. Gave himself room, and what a stroke. Great base, still head. And allowing his arms to do the rest. Gets great distance on this stroke. Half a dozen.
Oozed class. Namandhir on that occasion has looked in good nick each time, but then gotten out in those 30s, mid-30s each time around. Would want to better that. Again, trying to take the aerial route. We have liftoff for sure, but crash landed into the ground.
Not getting the desired timing on this occasion, but good enough for a couple. So he's got the runs going for India with that 6 and a couple. Another look at that stroke. And he knew from the time he struck that this is going the distance.
Indian field, there's a deep mid-wicket now. And he's trying to take on that fielder. Take on he does. Sails it over his head for another 6. At the end of 4, it's 33 for 1. Yeah, that's the trajectory that the Oman innings took. India A, slow at the start, lost that early wicket, but is slowly but surely climbing up the ranks. Suryavanshi doing what Suryavanshi does best. A chance to free his arms. His eye is set now. He now goes to a runner ball with that boundary.
That's a great cricket stroke, that giving himself room once again, and with the spin going over extra cover, waiting for the ball. It wasn't a full half volley, but it was well managed, brilliantly executed by the young man.
There's a fielder showcasing interest. Well judged. There will be a check. Vaibhav Suryavanshi looks disappointed, and rightly so, as Oman celebrate. The prodigy might have to walk back.
Bowling well, once again creating a chance, and this time it's been taken. The umpires are going to check if the feet touch the rope. Suryavanshi wanted to go big, didn't get it out of the middle of the bat, offering a chance at long off. Hard to tell from this angle. It's Aryan Bisht judging it really well, and nothing seems to have moved behind the fielder. So should be safe by the look of things. And Suryavanshi will have to go back to the hut. Aryan Bish, the young man, does well. It must have been a pressure catch.
Yeah, and a huge wicket considering how well Vaibhav Suryavanshi has performed, and in a way one can say how reliant India A has been on his performances to get the totals that they have gotten in this tournament. Aryan Bisht with a wonderfully taken catch. Suryavanshi departs for a mere 12. India A 37 for 2.
कश्मीर की नई पहचान की शुरुआत कैसे हो सकती है ये मुझे पता है सर। हमें एक प्रोफेशनल फुटबॉल क्लब की जरूरत है कि यहाँ कबाड़ खाने में तुम कश्मीर का रियल मैड्रिड बनाओगे। यहाँ के लोगों को सिर्फ काम नहीं सर, इज्जत भी मिलेगी सर, वही इज्जत जिसके लिए कश्मीरी बरसों से तरस रहे हैं। Bring football back to Kashmir.
Who's our best chance, Murad?
Only one person, sir.
Mr. Prime Minister, your proposal is rejected.
I will not allow people walking over me without repercussion.
देखिए महारानी सीजन 4 सोनी लिव पर।
T20 career and a strike rate of 106.
And also, while an off spinner is bowling really well, to send out a left-hander. A reverse matchup maybe.
There's a slip in place. So Hamad Mirza is trying to up the ante. Great bowling.
Straight away, getting a taste of his own medicine. He was spinning the ball a mile, and this is the wicket of Suryavanshi. The ball was too close to him, and he didn't middle it. So one shot too many. One important aspect of high-class batting is to look for gap always. And that is certainly what Suryavanshi didn't do on this occasion. Perhaps confidence got him into doing that.
Steals a single there, Harsh Dubey to get off the mark. It's a very interesting change given the fact that you have specialist batters like Jitesh in the ranks, Nehal Vadera, all known for their experience.
These sort of moves tell you that there's a certain pressure in the minds of the players or the decision makers in the dressing room, because it's only 136 to get, and you're sending somebody who strikes at 100 strike rate and has total 30-something runs so far in T20 career.
Yeah, Sunil Joshi there, the coach of the team. Prime left-arm spinner back in the day. Could it be a case of overthinking?
Or maybe some hidden ability that we haven't seen so far and the record doesn't show. But he has his chance to surprise us and everyone.
Almost cramped him so hard. There is an appeal for LBW. The dot at the end of 5, 39 for 2.
कश्मीर की नई पहचान की शुरुआत कैसे हो सकती है ये मुझे पता है सर। हमें एक प्रोफेशनल फुटबॉल क्लब की जरूरत है कि यहाँ कबाड़ खाने में तुम कश्मीर का रियल मैड्रिड बनाओगे। यहाँ के लोगों को सिर्फ काम नहीं सर, इज्जत भी मिलेगी सर, वही इज्जत जिसके लिए कश्मीरी बरसों से तरस रहे हैं। Bring football back to Kashmir. कश्मीर की नई पहचान की शुरुआत कैसे हो सकती है ये मुझे पता है सर। हमें एक प्रोफेशनल फुटबॉल क्लब की जरूरत है कि यहाँ कबाड़ खाने में तुम कश्मीर का रियल मैड्रिड बनाओगे। यहाँ के लोगों को सिर्फ काम नहीं सर, इज्जत भी मिलेगी सर, वही इज्जत जिसके लिए कश्मीरी बरसों से तरस रहे हैं। Bring football back to Kashmir.
Well, India A are under a bit of pressure here. They are 39 for 2 after 5. Wasim comes in, catch it was the call, but was deliberately played by Namandir. He knew the fielders were inside the circle on the offside. Nicely executed in the end.
He's batted well in this tournament so far. Got to his 30s. Got a 34, got a 35. He's got to convert them into big scores to impress the selectors. Moved away. That was a short delivery. The bowlers try to bowl a little flat. Even though Wasim Ali has bowled pretty well so far in this tournament. Started off well, that pressure when there's only two fielders outside the 30-yard circle. It's not very easy for the spinners, even if there's help in the surface.
Yeah, Wasim Ali with the best of 2 for 20. Good economy, just under 7. Batted well today. An exciting prospect for Oman. Our fellow co-commentators were a bit surprised to see Harsh Dubey may not have a good T20 stats with the bat, but he has scored 476 runs for Vidarbha team back in 2024 Ranji Trophy.
He's a good batter, there's no doubt about it. He scores a lot of runs for the state that he plays for. Last year he created a record by getting 69 wickets in Ranji Trophy, highest ever by any individual.
It was actually the same season where Harsh Dubey go on to score 476 runs for Vidarbha, who go on to lift the title. Became the first bowler to take 69, as you mentioned, in the Ranji Trophy. Nicely bowled, very good over. 5 coming from it. India A, after the end of the power play, 44 for 2.
कश्मीर की नई पहचान की शुरुआत कैसे हो सकती है ये मुझे पता है सर। हमें एक प्रोफेशनल फुटबॉल क्लब की जरूरत है कि यहाँ कबाड़ खाने में तुम कश्मीर का रियल मैड्रिड बनाओगे। यहाँ के लोगों को सिर्फ काम नहीं सर, इज्जत भी मिलेगी सर, वही इज्जत जिसके लिए कश्मीरी बरसों से तरस रहे हैं। ब्रिंग फुटबॉल बैक टू कश्मीर। कश्मीर की नई पहचान की शुरुआत कैसे हो सकती है ये मुझे पता है सर। हमें एक प्रोफेशनल फुटबॉल क्लब की जरूरत है कि यहाँ कबाड़ खाने में तुम कश्मीर का रियल मैड्रिड बनाओगे। यहाँ के लोगों को सिर्फ काम नहीं सर, इज्जत भी मिलेगी सर, वही इज्जत जिसके लिए कश्मीरी बरसों से तरस रहे हैं। ब्रिंग फुटबॉल बैक टू कश्मीर।
They are taking a bit of time here, rightly so, not chasing a huge target. That will be the confirmation from the umpire. Power play wrapped by Akbar Ali. Samar Srivastava, the leg spinner, comes in with the best of 5 for 18. He's also an exciting bowler. 17 wickets from his 25 matches. Nicely driven. This is elegant. This is class from Namandhir.
He's got it. He's got it in him. And he's playing with a positive frame of mind. I hope Harsh also does that because he's got the ability. What a lovely stroke that was. Made room for himself. Placed it well. First 4 deliveries that he played, he middled every delivery, but straight to the fielder. That would have given him some confidence. And after that, he's played some fabulous shots.
And trying to play that inside out, nicely bowled by Samay. Yeah, Namandhir seems to be a talented batter. Connects those sweetly.
Suryavanshi, you'll have to learn to play along the ground, kid. You're going to play with men. They're going to catch you early. If you try to hit every ball for a 6, you're giving a chance to the bowler as well. You're not going to middle them every time, especially on surfaces like this where the ball is sticking onto the surface. There is a few former cricketers who have said that he should be expedited to the Indian team. Nicely played. Nicely placed. He'll get a boundary here. Harsh Dubey picked up the line very quickly.
This is brilliant thinking as well from Harsh. He saw just before this delivery, the fielder was pushed to deep square leg and there was a fielder at deep mid wicket. Just paddled that fine. This is intelligent. This is clever. From Harsh. He's showing what he's capable of. That boundary also brings up the 50 for India A.
Yeah, they're trying to put pressure on Sameh. These are the shots we're talking about. Weber trying to hit everything out of the ground. That's one catch dropped. Short delivery. The pressure now, Sameh. He's under pressure. Boundary of the first delivery. Boundary of the third delivery. And we're talking about Weber, Suryavanshi. Then that boundary. Again, in the air. And he had to go back. You'll have to learn quickly. You are a serious talent.
Maninder, he's just 14 years old. He's got so many years left. I'm sure he will learn a lot.
Yeah, but he's got a lot in him. First ball in the IPL he faced, he hit it for a 6. And that too against Shardul Thakur, a test bowler. We'll talk about him after this over. 7 gone, 55 for 2.
कश्मीर की नई पहचान की शुरुआत कैसे हो सकती है ये मुझे पता है सर। हमें एक प्रोफेशनल फुटबॉल क्लब की जरूरत है कि यहाँ कबाड़ खाने में तुम कश्मीर का रियल मैड्रिड बनाओगे। यहाँ के लोगों को सिर्फ काम नहीं सर, इज्जत भी मिलेगी सर, वही इज्जत जिसके लिए कश्मीरी बरसों से तरस रहे हैं। Bring football back to Kashmir.
Who's our best chance, Murad?
Only one person, sir.
Mr. Prime Minister, your proposal is rejected.
I will not allow people walking over me without repercussion.
Jega.
देखिए महारानी सीजन 4 सोनी लिव पर।
Wasim to continue. Namandir is looking solid. Harsh also gaining that confidence after hitting the boundary in the previous over.
Yeah, luckily he's got time on hand because India need just 80 runs or 77 balls. So he doesn't have to be in a hurry. India just have to win this game to get into the semi-finals. Namandir on 27 of 14 deliveries. Yeah, if you can't get boundaries, keep rotating the strike because that would keep the bowler under pressure.
Namandir has been solid. His quick fire contributions with the bat helped Mumbai Indians to reach the playoffs. He's got 252 runs at a strike rate of 182 last season.
He's missed out on that one. That was a short delivery. Couldn't take advantage of that. A few tense faces in the Indian dugout.
But Oman bowlers did well so far has been they've managed to pick up 2 wickets. Picking up wickets is going to be crucial from their point of view. They're not defending a big target.
Yeah, that's the only way they can win this game. Odedra's bowled his 3 overs for 12 runs, got a wicket. Shafiq's got a wicket. Was expensive in his 2 overs, went for 27.
Trying to play that on the offside. With the turn.
Yeah, there must be pressure on him because he's faced 12 deliveries for 7 runs. It's T20 cricket. That pressure comes naturally if you take too many balls and don't score too many runs.
Another dot ball to finish the over. Good one from Wasim. Just 3 coming from it. India A after 8, 58 for 2.
पहले मेन इन ब्लू ने किया एशिया अपने नाम, फिर विमेन इन ब्लू ने लिखा इतिहास में अपना नाम। इस नवंबर आ रहे हैं बॉयज इन ब्लू। गेम बदलने। देखिए डीपी वर्ल्ड एशिया कप राइजिंग स्टार्स 14 से 23 नवंबर लाइव सोनी लिव और सोनी स्पोर्ट्स नेटवर्क पर।
Batters to come for India A. Skipper Jitesh in at number 5, Nehal at number 6 and Ashutosh at number 7. Samay Srivastava to continue, gave away 11 from his first.
Yeah, those names that you just took should have been there in place of Harsh. Vaibhav Suryavanshi has been pretty impressive. He'll have to learn quickly because he is serious material.
Attempted googly, takes that on the full. Harsh will be disappointed. He missed out on that occasion.
Would love to know the thinking behind sending him to bat before the captain himself, before Ashutosh Sharma, who's not had many opportunities.
Bowls a lot slower. Also, not enough bounce from Samai's delivery, making things even more difficult for someone like Namandhir, who's scoring those runs quickly. In fact, even he is now struggling.
That's the best thing to do. Don't give them speed to play with. Don't give the batter speed to play with. Short delivery. Pulled away. 6 runs for Harsh. That's an answer to us. We just asked why was he sent before whoever. He says this is why.
Pressure asks questions. He answers in a sixer. Harsh on that occasion was on the shorter side. Picked up really well. This will give him a lot of confidence. Change of field now. Again, fine leg comes inside the circle. Deep mid wicket goes back. There's long on in place as well. Swept it. Straight to the field at deep square leg. Will get a single.
Ramesh Srivastava has bowled well so far in the tournament, but he's looking under pressure today. He's somebody who's not got wickets, but he's bowled well. He's looked good. He's flighted the ball.
Goes down the ground. Straight to the fielder. Would you believe it? He missed out his boots as well, but hangs on to the catch. Namandhir, the 3rd wicket falls for India A. Samay Srivastava strikes for Oman.
Yeah, Naman's gas finished again in the 30s. That's the 3rd 30 in this tournament. Trying to go over the fielder. Credit to the bowler. He's been a little expensive, but still kept flighting the ball, the shoe coming off the fielder. But judged it well. Yeah, thanking the Almighty for that wicket. Namandhir gone for 30 of 19 deliveries, 68 for 3.
कश्मीर की नई पहचान की शुरुआत कैसे हो सकती है ये मुझे पता है सर। हमें एक प्रोफेशनल फुटबॉल क्लब की जरूरत है कि यहाँ कबाड़ खाने में तुम कश्मीर का रियल मैड्रिड बनाओगे। यहाँ के लोगों को सिर्फ काम नहीं सर, इज्जत भी मिलेगी सर, वही इज्जत जिसके लिए कश्मीरी बरसों से तरस रहे हैं। ब्रिंग फुटबॉल बैक टू कश्मीर।
Who's our best chance, Murad?
Only one person, sir.
Mr. Prime Minister, your proposal is rejected.
I will not allow people walking over me without repercussion.
Jega.
देखिए महारानी सीजन 4 सोनी लिव पर।
The 3rd wicket. Nehal Vadera comes in. The best of 70 and 650s. Strike rate of 138. They need some calmness, yet at the same time, need that confidence in the middle. Odedra to bowl his 4th over. Bowled really well, 1 for 12 from his 3 overs. He will be up against Harsh. India A needs 68 of 66. Started off from where he left, Odedra.
Ahmad. This is the wicket. Trying to go over the top. Didn't get the elevation. Didn't get the timing right, neither. Yeah, that was a well-judged catch. The off-spinner brought on by Ahmad, the skipper, and the wicket-keeper, because there's 2 left-handers there. Look at that shoe coming off. Yeah, but you did the right thing. Held on to the bat. It doesn't matter if the shoes come off.
Nicely swept. Into the gap as well. Harsh is taking on Odedra. India need him. First boundary of the over after 2 dots.
That was a good positive stroke. This time it's Harsh. He's been there for a long time. He should know now what's happening on the surface. He should know the pace and the bounce of the surface. He'll have to take on the bowlers from here.
Yeah, good to see Oman coming up with that feisty character in them. Big teams come with expectations. Small teams come with freedom.
Oh, there is Mazhar again.
At this stage, Oman were 69 for 2. India A 73 for 3. Again, pressure, that's pressure.
Yeah, the pressure is bound to be there because they are taking these decisions as well, which have surprised me. When I thought they would start the proceedings when they were bowling with Gurjanpreet, it wasn't so. Then they send Harsh Dubey to bat before the main batters.
End of over number 10, India A 74 for 3, and it's also time for some hydration and regroup.
कश्मीर की नई पहचान की शुरुआत कैसे हो सकती है ये मुझे पता है सर। हमें एक प्रोफेशनल फुटबॉल क्लब की जरूरत है कि यहाँ कबाड़ खाने में तुम कश्मीर का रियल मैड्रिड बनाओगे। यहाँ के लोगों को सिर्फ काम नहीं सर, इज्जत भी मिलेगी सर, वही इज्जत जिसके लिए कश्मीरी बरसों से तरस रहे हैं। Bring football back to Kashmir.
Who's our best chance, Murad?
Only one person, sir.
Mr. Prime Minister, your proposal is rejected.
I will not allow people walking over me without repercussion.
Jeka.
देखिए महारानी सीजन 4 सोनी लिव पर। पहले मेन इन ब्लू ने किया एशिया अपने नाम, फिर विमेन इन ब्लू ने लिखा इतिहास में अपना नाम। इस नवंबर आ रहे हैं बॉयज इन ब्लू। गेम बदलने देखिए डीपी वर्ल्ड एशिया कप राइजिंग स्टार्स 14 से 23 नवंबर लाइव सोनी लिव और सोनी स्पोर्ट्स नेटवर्क पर। In 2022, the Black Caps owned the ground.
Bang, bang, and out.
But now, Windy's revenge story is on the cards because this time they have hope. Watch the West Indies tour of New Zealand, 5 T20Is and 3 ODIs, 5th to 22nd November, live on Sony Live.
कश्मीर की नई पहचान की शुरुआत कैसे हो सकती है ये मुझे पता है सर। हमें एक प्रोफेशनल फुटबॉल क्लब की जरूरत है कि यहाँ कबाड़ खाने में तुम कश्मीर का रियल मैड्रिड बनाओगे। यहाँ के लोगों को सिर्फ काम नहीं सर, इज्जत भी मिलेगी सर, वही इज्जत जिसके लिए कश्मीरी बरसों से तरस रहे हैं। Bring football back to Kashmir. मिलेगी सर, वही इज्जत जिसके लिए कश्मीरी बरसों से तरस रहे हैं। Bring football back to Kashmir.
Yes, by all indications, we have a game on our hands now. Because at the end of 10, it's relatively neck and neck. Oman was 71 for 2. India A 74 for 3 and need 62 from the next 10. Fidai joins me in the commentary box once more. This is not what you thought, or this is not the roadmap you thought India A would take in this innings. Sticking with the theme of spin, Aryan Bisht has the chance to bowl at the opposition.
One thing I've seen for sure in the last 4 days is that the trajectory of runs have come down. It's significantly come down. Mentioned that earlier, from 846 aggregate first day score, including 297 from India, to have come down to 394 on the 4th day. It is also When you look at how India has fielded today, probably they were a little down after the defeat to the Shaheens. And also, they lost 8 wickets for 44 runs. There was a kind of a collapse they experienced. From 91 for 2, they were all out to 136. And the point to stress, they were all out for the batting of the sorts of India and the caliber they carry across the world in the world of cricket. That is demoralizing.
Do you think this is why there's been this change in the batting order? Get that stability through Harsh Dubey. He's not the biggest of hitters, but we know through his Ranji Trophy experience that he can stick around in the middle of the wicket.
He has actually done that in the domestic, and that's the reason why I think he's been entrusted with that. We thought maybe he was sent down to just take the Oman bowlers on, but now you see that he's rather been sent to ensure the stability. And if you look at it from Oman's perspective, well, for them it's a moment they can make a history and save their dream or watch it fade.
Like what you said there. Poetic, Vidai. Four runs off the over. At the end of 11, it's 78 for 3.
कश्मीर की नई पहचान की शुरुआत कैसे हो सकती है ये मुझे पता है सर। हमें एक प्रोफेशनल फुटबॉल क्लब की जरूरत है कि यहाँ कबाड़ खाने में तुम कश्मीर का रियल मैड्रिड बनाओगे। यहाँ के लोगों को सिर्फ काम नहीं सर, इज्जत भी मिलेगी सर, वही इज्जत जिसके लिए कश्मीरी बरसों से तरस रहे हैं। Bring football back to Kashmir. कश्मीर की नई पहचान की शुरुआत कैसे हो सकती है ये मुझे पता है सर। हमें एक प्रोफेशनल फुटबॉल क्लब की जरूरत है कि यहाँ कबाड़ खाने में तुम कश्मीर का रियल मैड्रिड बनाओगे। यहाँ के लोगों को सिर्फ काम नहीं सर, इज्जत भी मिलेगी सर, वही इज्जत जिसके लिए कश्मीरी बरसों से तरस रहे हैं। Bring football back to Kashmir.
Nihal Vadera and Harsh Dubey there in the middle. Harsh just steals a single as Zikria comes into the attack. So the game plan is there for all to see. Spin to win for Hamad Mirza and his side.
Yeah, as they say, it's spin it to win it. Zikria Islam into the attack. Last 10 deliveries, a boundary has not come. How often do you see that when India is batting? With the likes of Surya Vanshi in there, with the likes of Priyansh Arya, Nihal Vadera. Very rare sight, isn't it?
Yeah, it's a case of recouping the confidence that was lost against the Shaheens, and the start today could have been given some reprieve via this shot. Nihal Vadera releases the pressure.
Boundary that comes after 10 deliveries in the form of a big maximum. Nihal Vadera breaks the shackles. A much needed boundary. This was bowled short and he was quick to read the length and smoke that for a maximum.
And it's the first time in this entire match that the equation has gone down from a runner ball. There you go. 50 needed of 51.
Yeah, well, we remember that Zikria bowled a solitary over, went for 20 runs. But the skipper trusting him this time around. The two left-handers out there. Often you go by the matchups with the right arm off spinner against the left-hand batters. It seems like the ploy hasn't worked, isn't it? 9 runs off the first 4 deliveries.
Yeah, that was a match against the Shaheens. It's an odd one where he scored the 50, then went for 20. The next match was entrusted with the ball, got out on a first ball duck. Slides it towards the pads, flicked away for a single. 10 of the over. At the end of 12, it's 88 for 3.
कश्मीर की नई पहचान की शुरुआत कैसे हो सकती है ये मुझे पता है सर। हमें एक प्रोफेशनल फुटबॉल क्लब की जरूरत है कि यहाँ कबाड़ खाने में तुम कश्मीर का रियल मैड्रिड बनाओगे। यहाँ के लोगों को सिर्फ काम नहीं सर, इज्जत भी मिलेगी। सर वही इज्जत जिसके लिए कश्मीरी बरसों से तरस रहे हैं। Bring football back to Kashmir.
Who's our best chance, Murad?
Only one person, sir.
Mr. Prime Minister, your proposal is rejected.
I will not allow people walking over me without repercussion.
Jeka.
देखिए महारानी सीजन 4 सोनी लिव पर।
After 12. Delicate. Get a couple.
Tells you the shots and the range of shots that Nihal Vader has got. He's got the power to smoke one for a maximum in the previous over. This time around, the presence of mind. And delicately just sending it off for two.
This is the first time in Aryan Bish's nascent T20 career that he has a second over in the same match. And he could lead, almost hold it out towards long off.
And he's certainly growing in confidence as far as fielding effort is concerned. Took two good catches, especially the catch of Suryavanshi, the presence of mind to stay away from the skirting.
Harsh Dubey imitating his strike partner. The only difference, he sends it for a 4.
He plays it much better, isn't it? Or probably there was a little bit of more force behind that and just guiding it nicely for a boundary. Now that is the typical Indian batting that we've seen for so long. Not getting carried away, making sure that you keep the eye on the scoreboard and keep it ticking and go for the odd boundaries. Brilliant batsmanship. 10 runs from the last over, 7 in the first 3 deliveries.
Yeah, also noticing that Aryan Bish clearly is a part-timer. Why not take him on as much as you can? Took 2 beautiful catches as you alluded to. This is the first time in his career he's bowling a second over. No wickets to his name. Now that's interesting. That's the kind of shot Fidai would hit.
I would hit it for a maximum, man. I got the power, I tell you. But here's the thing. The part-timer, they want to just part him from his time because he, with the 2 catches, might have just come with some confidence to his skipper. Give me the ball. I feel like bowling.
Well bowled. At the end of 13, it's 96 for 3.
कश्मीर की नई पहचान की शुरुआत कैसे हो सकती है ये मुझे पता है। सर हमें एक प्रोफेशनल फुटबॉल क्लब की जरूरत है कि यहाँ कबाड़ खाने में तुम कश्मीर का रियल मैड्रिड बनाओगे। यहाँ के लोगों को सिर्फ काम नहीं सर, इज्जत भी मिलेगी। सर वही इज्जत जिसके लिए कश्मीरी बरसों से तरस रहे हैं। Bring football back to Kashmir. कश्मीर की नई पहचान की शुरुआत कैसे हो सकती है ये मुझे पता है। सर हमें एक प्रोफेशनल फुटबॉल क्लब की जरूरत है कि यहाँ कबाड़ खाने में तुम कश्मीर का रियल मैड्रिड बनाओगे। यहाँ के लोगों को सिर्फ काम नहीं सर, इज्जत भी मिलेगी। सर वही इज्जत जिसके लिए कश्मीरी बरसों से तरस रहे हैं। Bring football back to Kashmir.
Yeah, there'll be slight relief on Jitesh Sharma's face, just like the image here in the graphic, because the equation is now in India's favor. Harsh Dubey goes across the line. And Aryan Bish would be absolutely disappointed with that effort.
Now that is the momentum. India A bring up the 100, 22 of the last 2.1 overs. Tells you that now they have found their way into scoring these runs. The partnership 32 of 25 moved across nicely and got it beautifully between the 2 fielders. Even the diving Bish couldn't stop it. Could have done a better job. But it goes to the boundary nonetheless.
More the case of should have done a better job. Same goes for the bowler. At this instance, Hamad Mirza had his work cut out. That's an effective way of stopping a boundary. Just step on it.
Now, you just may want to continue saying, should have done a better job, the wicketkeeper too. But Hamad makes sure that he just does the job well. He was almost to have picked it up from the other side of the boundary. Then he notices, I'm on the other side of the rope. The presence of mind, he walks across and then picks it up.
There is a boundary check going on. That's Shafiq Jan, who's come back onto the field, was struggling with a little injury. That could have been dangerous. That could have been very dangerous. He's a lucky campaigner. Ah! Clever coot. Very clever coot.
Yeah. Presence of mind there, isn't it? So we'll still wait, and I believe this will not be a boundary. You know, it happened in the test match in Bangladesh, Afghanistan versus Bangladesh. Yami Namazai picked the ball from the other side of the boundary.
We know about bunny catches. Is this considered bunny fielding?
For me, it was effective fielding.
Because if you recall the rule, as Gurjapneet still talks about that instance, he's probably seen it on the big screen. For a catch, if you take it like that, you step out and come back in and take it, it's considered not out now. I wonder if there's going to be a rule about boundaries as well. If you try and stop it, you go over the rope and you come back in.
You've brought it to the ears of the officials, isn't it? Always areas that you can work around and you can just bring in extra changes.
Just saying it's a possibility. Meanwhile, the last two deliveries, Harsh Dubey's tried to do something different and struggled both times. Struggled once more, but really wide. You could see what Samay Srivastava is trying to do.
Yeah, I think he's just trying to keep it away from his arc. But in the process, he's given away extra 4 runs. Now, the question will be, you're only defending another 32. There's already 39 deliveries for the India A to get those runs. Do you have the luxury of just continuously doing what you're doing? It is a game of small margins, really.
Goes for the reverse sweep. Connects perfectly. Finally sends him towards the boundary.
Now this must satisfy the batting coach, because every time he's been given a delivery over there, the batting coach would be itching himself. Come on. Now where is that switch hit or reverse sweep? This time around, the reverse sweep coming into play, just sending it off with the turn. Makes it easier to go down to the boundary. Fielder inside the circle will just ease things.
Swept again as there was a change in line and punished. Ordinary fielding attempt though. Could have taken the dive, and which is why both Hamad Mirza and Samay Srivastava are expressing their discontent, and rightly so.
34 runs in the last 3 overs, and the third over is yet to finish. This over is just gone for 16 runs. Look at that. Beautifully swept with the power behind it. Got the timing absolutely right. End of an expensive over, 112 for 3, India A.
पहले मेन इन ब्लू ने किया एशिया अपने नाम, फिर विमेन इन ब्लू ने लिखा इतिहास में अपना नाम। इस नवंबर आ रहे हैं बॉयज इन ब्लू। गेम बदलने। देखिए डीपी वर्ल्ड एशिया कप राइजिंग स्टार्स 14 से 23 नवंबर लाइव सोनी लिव और सोनी स्पोर्ट्स नेटवर्क पर।
Yeah, now the equation is clearly in India's favor. There was a time when it was nervy fidai. Not so the case anymore.
Well, if you look at how India started off things today with the ground fielding and a little slop, you would say that the previous loss to Shaheens had hurt them. But this win will boost their confidence going into the semis. and they will get their work cut out. And this is a good partnership. 44. You gotta have to give credit to Harsh Dubey, the kind of innings he's played.
Yeah, absolutely. Solid. And as you can see, India A in prime position to finish in this group in second spot. Which primarily means that they will play the semi-final in the afternoon. If they cross the line. Whoever wins this match.
Yeah, and they've played all their matches so far in the afternoon. Their match, India A against UAE, in the evening.
Your clock doesn't work, does it? You're still operating on US time.
Yeah, I meant late afternoon. Maybe my English understanding is just becoming rusty.
What I was trying to say is whoever finishes second in this group goes against the table toppers from Group A, and that is the afternoon match. That's 12:30 p.m. Qatar time. Trying to take on the field. Didn't connect it well. Lucky for Harsh Dubey in that way as Shafiq Jan comes in for his third over. He felt a bit of a twang and a little bit of an injury. But 2 matches in store, and that's the last day of the group stage in Group A as Afghanistan A take on Hong Kong China with the hopes of qualifying. And Fidai, your eyes will be on that for sure. And then the big clash. Do Sri Lanka A defeat Bangladesh A or not? A lot will depend on that encounter too.
Yeah, it's a big day. We still don't know who will qualify from that group. We'll only find out tomorrow at the end of the day. But for India A here, things look very comfortable now. 22 more needed of 32 deliveries. The partnership of 46 making sure that they bring India A home. The first match, they batted first, they won. And in this match, they batted second and they're on the verge of winning.
Straight into the block hole. Again, struggled. It's that ankle of Shafiq Jan.
He's just not treating his ankle with a lot of respect, isn't it? Once again, just throwing his ankle at the ball. God. Oman is playing the T20 World Cup. You want him fit. Just look at the effort if we continue to see that. The ball was going away from him. And in the process, he just throws his leg at it. And it's never in a comfortable position.
Again, could be dangerous, could be very dangerous. Uppercut. A jab that could prove to be a knockout blow. At the end of 15, it's 119 for 3.
कश्मीर की नई पहचान की शुरुआत कैसे हो सकती है ये मुझे पता है सर हमें एक प्रोफेशनल फुटबॉल क्लब की जरूरत है कि यहाँ कबाड़ खाने में तुम कश्मीर का रियल मैड्रिड बनाओगे यहाँ के लोगों को सिर्फ काम नहीं सर इज्जत भी मिलेगी सर वही इज्जत जिसके लिए कश्मीरी बरसों से तरस रहे हैं ब्रिंग फुटबॉल बैक टू कश्मीर
Who's our best chance, Murad?
Only one person, sir.
Mr. Prime Minister, your proposal is rejected.
I will not allow people walking over me without repercussion.
देखिए महारानी सीजन 4 सोनी लिव पर.
In this batting lineup at number 4. Short and wide out and Bish could not capitalize on it. Harsh Dubey, he's been fantastic. Uppercut, a short third man in place safely and bought the 50 partnership as well with that boundary. Promotion of Harsh Dubey working really well for India A, Maninder Singh.
Yeah, there weren't many runs on the board, what India was chasing. We were asking questions, why was he sent up the order? when there were batters like Jitesh Sharma himself, the captain, Ramandeep, Ashutosh. He's given us an answer that the situation was such that we didn't really have to go after the bowlers. Needed somebody to just stay there, and he's done well, batting on 47 of 38 deliveries.
Most teams, when they're chasing down a score, when they have a couple of batsmen who can they rely on, like Nehal Vadera, Jitesh Sharma, and if you have a player who can be aggressive, has a certain sound technique and has a presence of mind like Harsh Dubey, sometimes they just give the promotion and try and ease off the pressure for the rest of the batters middle order. I've seen many times, even in the IPL, players getting a promotion just to ease off the pressure for the rest of the batters. So sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. Yeah, I understand a lot of questions were asked, but I just feel this is a master move by the think tank of India, just giving the youngster a free hand, go out there and express himself.
Yeah, obviously the team management, the coaches must have thought something, because he's a capable batter, there's no doubt about it. He's got runs in Ranji trophies. That's very well played. That's smart cricket. Now he is opening up. He's been there for a long time. He knows the pace and the bounce in the surface.
Wonderfully done. 12 of 24 deliveries, 124 for 3.
कश्मीर की नई